Danny Segura for MMA Junkie. I'm here with Jairzinho Rozenstruik, who's set to compete for the inaugural Dirty Boxing Championship heavyweight title against Rob Perez, also known as the Wolf, in August. Jairzinho, first of all, man, how are you? It's been a while since we've talked officially in an interview.
That's correct. I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, brother. I'm good. And I'm excited for this fight. It seems to have, maybe not from your end, but from his, a lot of heat. And we know that you give us a lot of the good knockouts, so this should have a lot of action both in the lead up and in the fight itself. Before we talk about that championship fight, I do want to talk about some things regarding your MMA career and your departure from the UFC, because this is the first time I talked to you since
Mhm.
in a form of an interview. So let's start here. I don't know if you saw, but Mike Davis fought over the weekend, or no, 2 weeks ago. And in his post fight interview, or one of the pieces of content that he made afterwards, he talked about how he fought on the same card you fought against Sergey Pavlovich, and he lost as well. And he was also talking about how much sort of the paint fumes affected him. And I feel like that's kind of been like an untold story a little bit. Like not that many people have talked about it. I don't know. You've been vocal. He has talked about it a little bit. Lucas Alexander, who fought on the same card, also talked about it. Um, can we address that for a second? What exactly happened there? If you can address that.
I mean, we talked. I talked about it before in previous interview, so I'm gonna keep it short. I don't feel like it affected me in the fight with Pavlovich, but it was it was there. I wasn't focusing on it, and I noticed it since I got there. So every now and then, I was stepping out of the locker room, get some big air in the hallway, and then go back do my warm up. And every now and then I did that, but it's not something that should be there, especially if you have a big fight. Your life
Yeah,
is on the line. Anything can happen in the fight, and if that is something that affected you, you can get in there and get really hurt, like badly. So
yeah,
I talked about it before because everybody talked about it, and I wanted to put it out there so people know that all that happened. All things you go through sometimes in fight week, and it might be not the organization's fault. It might be something else, but you
hmm,
might be going through some difficult times in fight week. But everything aside, you have to go in there and perform. It doesn't matter. So, and
right.
that's what you're there. You're there to fight, and even what happened, you got to go in there and do your performance. Yeah, but for me, it doesn't. I don't feel like it affected me because I wasn't focusing on it. Soon as I realized that that was the case, I was stepping out the locker room, get some big airs, in and out, and then I just go in there and do my fight. That was my
Yeah.
main focus. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, some people say like MMA is like a game of inches, like any little thing can give you an edge. So you're saying that didn't affect you, even though like Mike Davis also lost and he's open about it, how it's affected him.
yeah,
Lucas Alexander, sorry, was also there, had to go to the hospital afterwards, and he also lost this
yeah.
fight. But for you in your case, you're saying come come the fight, you weren't feeling the effects of it.
I don't feel it. So it might be there, but I don't. I didn't have
Right.
anything. 'Cause I wasn't thinking of it too. So as soon as I realized that that was the case, I did what I have to do and
Yeah.
make sure that I go there and do my performance.
Did you guys talk to any like UFC employees there? Like, hey, some of the blue shirt guys, like what,
I did not. I did not.
did
I was
anybody
really,
complain or?
I was focusing on my game.
Yeah.
Do what I have to do. Try to keep my focus. So I did not talk to anybody about that. Like it was there. It was not a lie. It was there. But
Yeah.
my focus wasn't, complaining about anything or just go there, do my fight, and get out of there.
Yeah. And lastly, on the MMA side of things, after that was your final fight in the UFC, and a lot of people were surprised that it was, because you've headlined so many events for the company prior to losing to Pavlovich, who's a top contender, by the way. You were on a 2-fight winning streak over some good names, and you just have a lot of history in that company, and have again been a poster boy. You've headlined so many events for them. Was it a surprise for you, as much as it was a surprise for some of the people, looking on the outside?
Definitely, and especially it's like no warning or nothing. It's just I got home from that fight. I was tired because it's I think 12 or 11 hour difference.
Yeah.
Sleeping, my family and friends calling me, and that is it true? Blah blah. I'm like, I don't know anything. So I called the manager, and then we spoke, and then I find out. And afterwards, I would look at my emails. I see I got a couple of emails from the UFC. So, but I mean, if there's no more business for me in the UFC, why should I complain about it? It was a business uh, um, uh, uh, relationship.
Yeah,
So if there's no more business between me and you, um, I think you should warn me about it, and
of course.
then we'd be like, that's it for us, and then we part ways. But
Yeah,
the way it goes, I don't think it was professional, and I don't want to put too much emotion or feelings behind it. But I had a good time with the UFC. The UFC was good to me. I'm honored to be a part of the history that I built with them. And other than that, we got to move forward.
of course. Yeah. And just real quick on that, do you ever want to get back there?
I mean, if there's need for my professional performance in the UFC, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
it's the best. You can be in the best um, combat sport company that ever exists, and yeah, if that's the case, why not?
Yeah, and here at Dirty Boxing, obviously it's Dirty Boxing, right? It's like its own combat sport, but it's not MMA. And we know that some fighters often, like when they do BKFC or even Dirty Boxing, they can sometimes also continue on the side of their MMA career. Do you plan on doing that, or is your focus solely right now on this form of fighting, Dirty Boxing?
Like me, I'm a guy like I'm focused on what is in front of me.
Yeah.
What comes afterwards, we will find out. But right now, I got this title fight with Dirty Boxing. I'm excited about it. I want to win it. I got three more fights with them, and
Mhm.
then after that, then we see what's available and who or what. And if I feel like fighting much longer,
Yeah.
I'm in a young age anymore. I'm 37 right now, so if it's if it's if it's not worth it, I build a big name for myself. So if it's not worth it going further, I should stop. But I feel like I'm feeling good, training good. I don't have any complications. So yeah,
Yeah. Nice. Um, so do you think there's a chance that maybe we saw the last of you already in MMA?
no, of course not.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Do you think you
I
fight
really
again in
want to
MMA?
go back. Yeah, I want to go back to MMA definitely.
Nice. You are 37. I know heavyweights usually fight till later, right? Compared to the lighter weight classes. Do you
Right.
have an end goal as far as age wise? You mentioned that you're obviously like not gonna fight too much longer. You're probably getting closer to the end of your career than you are obviously at the beginning. How much do you have a vision of how much longer you want to do this, or until you feel good?
I mean, the excitement has to be there. It has to be
Yeah.
worth it. If not, why you should force yourself? Like the UFC, is the biggest company in combat sport that right now, and to fight in the UFC against the top contenders, against the top guys, you gotta have a whole camp and make sure you go in there and have a good performance. If that's the case, why not?
Yeah.
Um, not to take anything away from any other combat sport. It's like I do my thing and go in there and put down a crazy performance and entertain the fans.
Yeah. And speaking of excitement, I don't know if it excites you, but certainly it excites the fan base. We saw that the wolf got in your face and you guys kind of shoved each other. And, he's somebody that talks a lot, right? From what we've seen in his buildup and even in that fight that he had at Dirty Boxing too. Does that excite you or does that give you like more motivation, get you excited to go and fight him, hit him in the face, or do you not care about that stuff?
No, definitely, I'm gonna shut him up.
Okay.
People who talks too much get hurt fast. So I think he brings too much emotion in this, and if it excites the fans, he should keep doing it. I like what he do. He promotes his fight. He
Yeah.
makes the fight bigger than it is. You know, then what's gonna happen? I think you can win. Now what's gonna happen? You gotta shut up, and then people's gonna talk smack to you. I mean, you should focus on your training, get in there in the best physique that you can, and go in there and put down a crazy performance or try to win the fight. But
Yeah.
don't talk to much.
He said something about you guys having a run in an elevator and he was like challenging you.
He's a
Did
filthy
that
liar.
happen?
He's a filthy liar.
That didn't
He
happen.
jumped, I was in the elevator with my boys. He jumped in, and he wasn't even looking at me. He was looking at the door.
Hmm.
And I tell him like, "You want to do it right now?" He's like, "Hey, no, no, they have to pay for it." And then the elevator stopped. He jumps out. That was the story. The thing he's saying is a filthy liar. That's it. I didn't want to say anything about it because I looked at this story and I was like, "Why are you lying? Cloud chasing? There's no
Hmm.
need."
Yeah. Yeah. And from what you've seen, he hasn't fought in MMA, but he's done like the bare knuckle boxing, obviously, dirty boxing. I think he even did power slap. I'm not quite sure. But from what's out there as far as like combat sports that you've seen, what would you rate his skill set?
I don't even look at his. I don't even look at his fight. Like, I'm focusing on myself, and then we go with a game plan, and then we know how to shut this guy up. But he likes to brawl. He's a brawler. He's a heavyweight. He can knock someone out.
Hmm.
So I won't say uh, he's underskilled. Blah blah. I don't like to say bad things for no reason. He win his fight. That's important. We're gonna go in there as two professional. Let me the better man win.
Yeah. But I'm guessing you did see his fight on the card that you fought as well. Did you see that
Yeah,
one?
correct. I saw it. That's
Yeah.
why I'm, that's what I said. Like for me, he looks like he like to brawl.
Hmm.
Swing wild. He hit with anything. But that's MMA. That's dirty boxing. That's why it's called dirty boxing.
Yeah.
But you gotta. For me, I'm a patient fighter. I like to find my opening. So yeah, we'll see on August 29. I'm excited about it. I'm very calm. So I'm the opposite of what he does.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the yin yang, it seems.
Yeah.
Um, what I guess feeling did you get fighting in dirty boxing? Because you've been used to MMA, right? So there's no wrestling here, none of that. It was also a more private setting. You got John Jones right there watching. You got a bunch of famous people as well. What was that experience like? Just the scenery change from going to MMA to now this.
I mean, the setup is great, and everybody that is there is there was a lot of celebrities there. John Jones was there. It's great. It's nice. I
Mm,
had a short moment with him. I really like the dirty boxing setup. The ring is not that big. You can run. You don't have to worry about any wrestling. You can pick your shot and go hard for it. So for me, I like it. I really like it. Like I love it. Like especially with the elbows,
yeah,
and you can keep growing and pounding. So for me, it's like MMA without wrestling and kicking. So
yeah.
yeah,
But you missed the kicks, I bet.
definitely. I mean, well, you're a professional. If you can't do it, you don't do it. You want to go there and perform the way you have to, and keep stay in line, the rule line.
Yeah. All right, Jairzinho, let's end with this. Give us a prediction for this fight against Rob Perez at Dirty Boxing 3. How do you see this one going? How do you see yourself getting that inaugural heavyweight title?
I knock him out in the second round, 100%.
Second round. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
folks, you heard it here. Jairzinho, a pleasure talking to you always. I'll be there live in for that fight. So looking forward to it, man. And all the best of luck in the training leading up to it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.